Life through him, with him and in him, is a life that leads to true joy, happiness, and inner peace. And a life far away from him, without him and not in him, brings this chaos, it brings this disharmony around us, around our space. What life do you rather choose? A life with him, through him, and in him, or a life that is totally outside of him? My life has been so much beautiful, and this does not mean that it doesn't come with stress and problems and things around me, but I feel so much joy, happiness, and true inner peace because I live life through him, with him, and in him. So today is a new day, a day to reconcile yourself with your Creator so that you can live life to create harmony around you, to bring about peace, joy, and true happiness. Ask yourself, what would life be without God? What would life be without living life through the eyes of God, through his energy, his power, his love? It's definitely going to turn out to be chaos. And you look around you today, what is going on in our world, you can see a lot of chaos in people's lives. That's because people are constantly living outside their creator. I can't even imagine waking up every day and just living life on my own. How can you operate without being plugged in to your source? Being plugged into your source means to me to be plugged to power, true power, because true power is operating in the power of the one that made you. True power is living life authentically the way the maker made it. It's not about the life that you're trying to craft from nowhere, life that is not inspired by love. So you sleep and wake up and you find yourself struggling with so many addictions: food addiction, drug addiction, power addiction, different kinds of addiction. And you struggled with this. This is because you wake up every day and think, yes, I can live life on my own. I remember in the past, this was like so many years ago, someone was asking me, why is it that it seems that everything you do, you get it right? And I paused and thought for a minute. And I'm like, because I can't live life on my own. I live a God-inspired life. Like, I know that I am not here on my own. So whatever happens within the course of my day, I'm always asking, what am I meant to do right now? And this is not saying, what am I meant to do right now, and holding yourself back because you're not open and receptive to receive what you're meant to do. It means that I'm open and receptive to whatever it is God wants me to do in this situation right now. It's not about what I am choosing to do based on my mind, what the mind tells me, but based on the inspiration from God. When my children come to me and say, Mommy, we want to eat, what do you think we should eat? Most of the time, because I know what they want, I know what is best for them, most of the time I give them the option that is best for them. But you find that sometimes when they just want to, rally around, go to the kitchen, do what they want to do, they end up maybe making a burnt pancake or making something that is not really nice for them to eat. But gradually, when they live through the eyes of my wisdom as their mother, they begin to learn how to walk the walk themselves freely, because they've learned how to walk through the eyes of wisdom. And I see that in my son. When he cooks, his food tastes just like mine. Why? Because for years he's been walking in my shoes. Because he will always ask, Mommy, what's next? What should I put next? Should I put this? Should I put that? Should I cook this? Should I cook that? What do you think? And just constantly living life through the eyes of his mother. He's beginning now to cook like me, clean like me, do stuff like me. Why? Because he has been going through my tutelage. So it's the same way that we attach ourselves and plug in ourselves to our source. When you plug into your source, you know that instantly because you begin to be more joyful, begin to have inner peace. And this is not the absence of circumstances around you. It's that you can make sense of circumstances when they come because you know who is working with you. It's because you know that you're not living life on your own. You know that there is your creator who is holding you by the hand and walking you through the path of your life. So would you be open to being connected to your source and living life through him, with him, and in him, so that you'd reduce the complaints and the agitations and the anxiety and all the list of things that you go through on a daily basis? Just be open and ask him, how do we go through this day? What do I do about this situation? How do I face or how do I tackle this task before me? How do I do this or how do I do that? And watch God inspire you to take steps that is going to create inner peace, joy, and happiness. I pray you listen. I pray that you give ear. I pray that you give heed to him and listen, so that you will create harmony and create goodness for your life. And not just for your life, but for the life of the people that are going to come after you. You know, when I live life, I don't live life just for me. I live life for generation unborn that is going to come after me. It gives me so much joy to know that I am making decisions, taking steps that my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, generations unborn are going to walk the path I have walked and say, Grandma, great-grandma, counting generations of how many years has passed. Grandma walked this path. We're going to take this right decisions because she has made the way for us. When you live a good life, you will be happy. No matter what life presents to you, you will be happy, you will thrive, you will be joyful, you will live in abundance because you walk with the one who made you. Two things that can keep us outside God. It is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of, if I walk with God, is life going to work out? Am I going to be happy? Will I live in abundance? Would I have all my needs met? See, all your fears are valid. But the truth is, they are all illusion. When you look at the things you're afraid of, you see that every single thing you need in your life to live and thrive as a human the way God made you is in God, not outside him. So the second one is thinking that there is a life that is outside life with God. That confusion. There is no other life. That one you're pursuing gives so much disharmony. It makes you unhappy. And you know this. Like, I don't need to say it 2 times. You know that this life outside him makes you unhappy. When you live outside the ideal, when you miss the mark, you know that you don't have inner peace. You know that you begin to feel confused, you begin to feel anxious, you begin to feel afraid, you begin to feel swallowed up and unworthy. But when you live life with him, you are joyful, you're peaceful, you live in bliss, you live in the beauty and his love because you live in him. So there's no life outside him. You don't need to be afraid, and you don't need to believe the lies that the mind or the society tell you that there is life outside there. Yes, you live in the world, but you're not of the world. Trust the one that made you, the one that makes the sun shine, the one that makes the moon come up, the one that makes the air you breathe possible. Trust that one. And just stay in that space. You don't even have to do anything. Just stay in that space. But give your will to him so that whatever you will do every single day will be inspired by the love of creation, by the one who made you, not just inspired by all the scatteredness and craziness out there in the society. So go ahead, take a deep breath and pause and invite your Creator to help you to begin to live a God-inspired life, to live life through him, with him, and in him, not a life far away from him. And I pray for you that as you make this choice to live life in Him, live life plugged into your source, that you will know through joy and through happiness, that you will know through inner peace that you cannot get from the world, but that is only possible when you are with Him.